Hello everyone, this is DD1 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a truly amazing item. This is the Gemmy 2007 life-size Count Vigor Animatronic by Gemmy Industries. And what makes this one in particular pretty awesome is that he is from buyinflatables.com. So for those of you who remember, or those of you who don't know, Buy Inflatables was a website where you could buy a bunch of Gemmy products that were sold directly there. The guy that owned it, he would buy straight from Gemmy. He didn't buy through wholesalers, and he kind of had an exclusive little deal going on there. And he had the website up for a few years, as well as HalloweenCatalog.com and HalloweenWarehouse.com. Those three websites were all the same thing. And so, like I said, it was for a few years, and at one point he got some life sizes in. And one of them was Count Vigor. And I actually got this guy and the eyeball that I Drake recently, and they both were from Buy Inflatables. Now, if you see a life-size box and over the Gemmy logo there's a white label with some text on it, there's a chance that it was a Buy Inflatables item. If you read the text and it says so, then that's how you know. But all the Buy Inflatables items had a special shipping box that came around them in their box. And both of these characters actually still had that when I got them, which is super awesome. And I don't know how accurate it is, but on the inside flap of the shipping box, it says out of 100, which would mean that there were only 100 each of the Buy Inflatables characters produced. Now, at the tabletops, there might have been more than that. I'm not sure. But for the life sizes, at least, it seems for at minimum 2007 Buy Inflatables, there was 100 of each character, which normally the MOQs, minimum order quantities, are a little higher than that. For a lot of big box stores, it's 2,000 units. And for a lot of items to make production, there has to be a minimum of about 2,000 units in total ordered. And since these units are already being produced for other people, and this guy had connections to Gemmy, he was able to get a small amount of them. So I just think it's super extra awesome that this guy has the box as well as the pirate skeleton there. And this guy has a couple minor flaws still, but otherwise he is absolutely perfect. I mean, when I see him in that condition next to that box, I just feel happy, you know. There's like actually no dirt or anything on his clothing. The base is dust free, which I'll be honest, a lot of my items need some dusting on their bases. So he's just super clean. There's only one or two little notable specks on the face where there's paint missing, since with Count Vigor, the actual mask material, the soft PVC, is not gray. It's like a white person's skin. But they painted it gray. And so sometimes on Count Vigor as well, a lot of times actually you'll see sections of paint missing. I think the only reason there's those little sections missing is because of how it was stored in the box. But yeah, so when I got this guy, he did need some repairs. So since he's a 2007 Vigor, a majority of those have by now had the fuse issue. So I went ahead and jumped the fuse and he started to work again. Beforehand, you would press the button and it would play a second or two of audio, then it would just die. But thankfully someone at some point discovered the fuse thing, and so I jumped that with solder, and now he does all of his phrases normally. His eyes had a split gear, but they still moved fine, but the mouth was just completely split. And last night I worked on the circuit board, and tonight I worked on the head. And I was a little intimidated because I have these really freakishly large hands. And so it's always been hard for me to work in really contained small spaces. However, Count Vigors actually have a pre-made cut, like a seam on the back of the neck. And it's really awesome when there's that, because then it's a lot easier to just, cut down that, because you never want to actually cut the back of the mask. There are ways, I know, that you can get the mask off without cutting it. It was very convenient in this case because there was already a seam line from the factory. So I just undid that, and I've fixed the split 10-tooth gear in the mouth and the 9-tooth in the eyes. and no wires are coming off of the eyeballs or anything like that for the lights. And he actually works amazing, guys. Like for this guy, for the Drake, his head turn motor is a little slow, but this one is like brand new. It's super quick. The mouth actually has a really good range of motion, and the eyes move pretty well also. And I really have no complaints at this point otherwise. And it's just super awesome. Um, and the only real two flaws that are currently still with this guy are going to be with the goblet and with the pants. So at some point, I guess someone had knocked the goblet out of his hand and it cracked, which is very common for these goblets. But the way they glued it, like the kind of glue they used, I guess maybe over time when it got hot in this summer, it just kind of separated and dripped down. So that's all over there. That's really unfortunate, but I'm sure there's a way to get it off somehow. And the other thing, which is like pretty much every single '07 Vigor, is the pants aren't really attached properly, so you can kind of see the body show, but luckily it's the same black color, so it kind of blends in well, but I do need to fix that at some point. But otherwise, I mean, he's pretty awesome. Anything that's wrong cosmetically is just like kind of super common and hard to avoid with this thing being as old as it is. But you can see that a majority of the paint is still there on the face, which is pretty awesome. And the hair was stuck all over the face, but I managed to pry most of it off. I still need to work on some of it. I'll go ahead and show the box here so we can see it says buyinflatables.com, which is still just awesome. I've never gone to own one of these. And it says the eye number and 6-foot Katie Vampire, Gemmy Halloween. And through this little hole here, you can see the box graphic because, ladies and gentlemen, this and the Drake, their box art has never seen the sunlight ever. It only was seen in the factory until this was put on because the original tape on the bottom is still here. These shipping boxes don't actually have a bottom to them. They just surround the original box, and then the bottom of the original box is the bottom of all of it. So as you can see right here where it's peeling up, there's just the white box underneath. And the tape was never cut. So because of that, I nor anyone in America has seen the art. And even though these boxes have a little, dent here and there, the art is probably spectacular underneath. But I'm just really torn on whether or not I should remove the tape at any point. You guys let me know in the comments, because I really would love to see absolutely mint, undamaged box art, but that would come at a cost. But I'll cover up the shipping label. It does have the original owner of the website's name and the person I got this from's name at the actual address that I went to pick them up, which is super cool. And it says, "Insured, we appreciate your business. Thank you." And then it says basically all the same stuff on either side. This corner is unfortunately a little messed up. And there's some handwriting and stuff on other spots. But yeah, this guy's pretty freaking awesome. And there are some differences I've been seeing compared to the, I guess, prototype of the 2007 model that I have. So I'm actually going to be filming a comparison video. And I'll probably do that really soon after this because since the mouth works so well, I don't know how long it'll be till like the square shaft breaks or something. Or an LED wire comes off and I have to open it up all over again. But I guess that's all there is to say about this guy. If you are wondering, it's funny, I always do this. I'll say that's about it, and then I'll say another thing. One thing is if you have a Count Vigor and you don't know what year it is, the 2006 model has kind of a felt-like material for the black. This is like a very soft, higher-end, almost nylon. This is like inflatable fabric under here, but this is kind of a silky, smooth, loose kind. So it's a little nicer than nylon. The '06 model will have like a Edwardian Butler material here. And the '07 has this material that's more loose. The '07 skin color is more gray than the 2006. The audio is higher pitch. The whole sequence plays a little faster and it's extra amplified. because a lot of the 2007 life sizes got extra amplified audio for whatever reason. And then there are veins in his eyes, and the 2006 does not have that. So those are some key ways to tell the difference. But this guy's awesome. His collar stands up all the way, which is great. And now I'm just going to play the phrases for you.
I am so pleased to see you could make it. Come, we are expecting you for dinner. I want to drink a toast to your arrival. Later, don't worry, I will find you when I am ready. Greetings, my name is Vigor. Count Vigor. If I will be of any assistance to you, just scream. Ah, wonderful. You've arrived. Please, make yourself at home. My cake is your cake. Hello, I am the Count. Do you know why they call me the Count? You will find out soon enough. Please, help yourself to any refreshments in my home. I shall partake later. Oh, good. I was hoping you would come. You have a beautiful neck. For conversation, there is something I can really sink my teeth into. Okay. Stop me if you've heard this one. What three vampires say to the sick vampire? Hey, is that you, Coffin? I am so pleased to see you could make it. Come, we are expecting you for dinner. I want to drink a toast to your arrival. Later, don't worry, I will find you when I am ready.
Yeah, guys, there he is. Super awesome. I honestly love the '07 model a lot just because I, for some reason, find the extra amplified, higher pitch audio just so much fun. I find it more exciting and interesting than the '06 audio. Even though the '06 audio is clearer and a little slower, I don't know. I just like the faster speed of it for some reason. But yeah, you guys need to let me know in the comments what you think about this guy. I think he's awesome. If you ever find one, I highly recommend it. I got a really good deal on this guy. And even though I have like a prototype or sample of the second gen, I think I'm going to keep this guy because I just think the box is super amazing. I think he's in excellent condition. And aside from some missing box inserts or whatever, I mean, it's just pretty amazing condition. And I don't know if I could ever top that. So, I might let him go at some point just because I have the other one, but the box is just super awesome. So that might be here to stay. But I really do think I'm going to keep this guy for a while. But let me know in the comments what you think about this guy. I'm just so glad to have him. And thank you for watching.